going to visit Lord Vaccinator, the original creator of vaccination. Now imagine we go over to the trophy cabinet of Lord Vaccinator. We have a look at the trophies of the vaccinating Lord. And we see the biggest one there. It says, Lord Vaccinator lowered paralytic disease in a controlled experiment done on children, young humans, underdeveloped humans. The group of humans, half of them were injected with some mysterious concoction of ingredients. The other half got Lord Vaccinator's vaccination. And the group that got the vaccination had significantly less paralytic disease. That seems to be the biggest trophy. We look around, there are trophies of COVID-19 PCR results, SARS-CoV-2 PCR results. There are all sorts of trophies whereby Lord Vaccinator managed to lower a specific PCR test result when compared to saline solution, when compared to the group that has received a simple saline solution injection into the muscle. Lord Vaccinator has lowered a specific PCR test result. We look also and we find Lord Vaccinator has lowered disease incidence when we compared. Lord Vaccinator is saying that there's a trophy here saying lowered disease incidence for Lord Vaccinator. And we see Lord Vaccinator vaccinated all these beagles from somewhere that grew up somewhere and brought them to one place and got these other dogs that grew up somewhere else. They weren't specifically beagles, and he brought them along. And the dogs that came and weren't vaccinated and they weren't beagles, they had much more disease incidence when they were injected with these materials, these challenges. I asked Lord Vaccinator, do you have one trophy that is given to you because you lowered disease incidence or mortality in a controlled experiment without any kind of injection, without any placebo control, like on organisms that don't need placebo controls? There's no trophy there of this kind. I asked Lord Vaccinator, what about simple saline solution placebo controls? Have you got a trophy that is championing you lowering disease incidence or mortality when compared to simple saline intramuscular injection placebo control? No. Have you ever lowered disease, actual disease, in a placebo controlled experiment when you have used salt water or anything other than another vaccination or mysterious ingredients or various species of dead bacteria or components of certain vaccinations? Have you ever lowered mortality or disease incidence when the competition involved a comparison of simple saline solution intramuscular injection or no injection at all, just vaccinated cows versus unvaccinated cows in exactly the same conditions, well controlled? Have you lowered disease incidence or mortality in these conditions? No. Well, why don't we try and arrange this competition and see if we can get you this trophy?